Hey guys, welcome back to the Nichols Nook. I'm Jess, and today I will be giving you some organization ideas for your pantry, and I will also be giving you a tour of the pantry here in our new house. So if you've been following our journey, you will know that we recently moved down to Florida and we are so excited to be here. It is absolutely beautiful. You may have seen our empty house tour, and if you haven't seen that video yet, I will be sure to link it down in the description box. So be sure to check that video out just to kind of see what we were starting with when we moved in. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We are so happy that you're here. Be sure to click subscribe and the little bell so that you can receive notifications anytime that we post a new video. But as for today, I am going to give you a tour of our small new pantry here in the new house. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to get organized. I love organizing things. I love labeling things. I love making things in an area or a space really nice and neat and functional. So that was my vision for this pantry. One of the reasons that I started on the organization of our pantry in this new house is because that is one thing that I cannot stand is a messy pantry. And I can't stand the thought of food going bad or stale or not being able to find anything in the pantry just because things get shoved to the back or pushed off to the side. And then you end up going to the store and you end up spending way more money than you probably should. At least that's what I've done in the past, because you don't know what you have in your pantry. So it saves a lot of time and money and keeps your food from going stale or bad. Not only that, but it's so nice to be able to see exactly what you need right away when you are cooking or looking for a snack or anything like that. So I definitely wanted to start in our pantry. And when I first moved in, I was like, oh my gosh, this pantry is so small. There's no way that all of our stuff is going to fit in there. However, the good news is that even though our pantry is small, my husband Chaz and I really don't eat a lot of processed foods as it is. We do try to eat more whole foods, lots of fruits and vegetables and things like that. So our pantry is probably going to look a little bit different than maybe, a family with 5 kids. So right now it is just Chaz and I, and so we really don't need a lot of room for food in the pantry anyway. So this actually worked out perfect for us. If you have a pantry that is very small or you need to figure out a way to kind of organize that small space, definitely keep watching so that you can get some organization ideas. I really hope this helps you, and let's go ahead and jump on over to the kitchen. So this is our pantry, and like I said, it is very small, but we definitely make do. And also, I apologize for the lighting in here. We don't have a window in the kitchen, so we have to make do with that as well. But when you open up the pantry, this is what it looks like. And I have already organized it, so I wanted to share with you guys some of the essentials that I came up with that helped me to organize this small space. So before I dive into the specifics of where everything is in my pantry, I wanted to show you guys these gray baskets. I got these from Target. Now, if you wanted to go to the Dollar Tree or somewhere to get different bins, I would recommend that. These were a little pricey, but I just loved the look of them, and they're really sturdy and heavy duty, which is why I went with this instead of the Dollar Tree bins. Also, I thought the sizes were perfect for the different items in my pantry. I liked the fact that I had a lot of different size options and varieties, so that is why I went with these bins. But if you don't want to go with Target bins, you can always go with something cheaper and get bins for $1 from the Dollar Tree. So something else that I knew I had to have for my pantry were these clear plastic containers. These are tightly sealed so that they keep food nice and fresh. And one thing that I loved about these particular ones is that they were a lot cheaper than a lot of other places that I was looking. So I ended up finding these ones at Walmart, and I bought them all individually. So I was able to pick out the sizes that I needed for each of my items. Whereas when I was looking at other places, they had these in sets a lot, which is good because when you buy them in a set, it's probably cheaper in the long run. However, I wanted to make sure that everything was sized appropriately for our food just based on what I know that we eat. And also I bought these over a period of a couple of weeks so that I was able to spread out my money. So that is one thing that I really, really recommend if you are going to do some pantry organization. These will just keep your food so nice and fresh. Another thing that I would recommend if you want to organize your pantry are Lazy Susans. So these were definitely an essential for me when I was organizing my pantry because I love the fact that I can twist and turn these around without having to, try to push cans aside or things like that. I can easily see everything that's right there. And then my last must-have item for this pantry was a label maker. So you will see that everything is nice and labeled. Now I do have a Silhouette Cameo and I was going to use that on these clear bins. However, I just felt like this was nice and easy and quick. I can't tell you how quick it was to label everything in this pantry. It probably took me 15 minutes max, for everything. So I highly recommend a label maker if you are going to put bins in your pantry, because even if you have bins, it still makes it so much easier if you have them labeled. You're just able to find things in your pantry so much easier. So those are my 4 essentials for an organized pantry. Baskets or bins of some sort, clear plastic containers, Lazy Susans, and a label maker. So now I'm gonna dive into how I actually organized all of the items. So starting at the top, I have my dog supplies and dog treats. This I actually made with my Silhouette Cameo a long time ago. It's been a few years now. I actually think this was one of the very first projects that I did. So you can see that the spacing is really off, but I've never redone it. So that's just how it is. And then Chief has his special dog treat container with a blue lid at the top. I believe I got that one at TJ Maxx. That one I got separately. Then right next to it, I have whey protein and plant protein. So the whey protein is for Chaz and the plant protein is for me. Right next to that, I have our supplements. So these are really for Chaz. He has his workout supplements and things in there. And then don't worry, we hardly ever get into this. We actually got all of these bottles, all 4 of them, from a cookout that we had with our family recently as like a housewarming party. So we didn't buy any of those, but we just stuck them up there because we really don't have anywhere else to put them. And our cabinets are actually too small for those. So I don't know, for now they're up there. We don't ever get to that, but they're there if someone wants them when we have a party. Then right below on the second shelf is where I keep all of my goods that I want to kind of keep in those plastic clear containers. So I have brown rice, and then if for some reason these items need specific directions, I have used double-sided tape. I guess that could be included on my essentials list. I have used double-sided tape to stick the directions on the back so that we can remember exactly how to cook that item. Then I have white rice in the back. Next to it, I have jasmine rice and sunflower seeds. I love putting sunflower seeds on my cottage cheese. It is amazing and a really, really good snack if you want to kick boost of protein. And then we have lentils, which we love. And of course, one of our main staple foods in this house, quinoa. We have quinoa all the time. I probably will have to upgrade to a bigger container, one this size, because we eat so much quinoa. So love, love that. And sorry about the awkward lighting again in here, but up here I have chia seeds, and then you can see that there's a small little package of hemp seeds in there. That package was just so small that I just didn't think it needed its own container, so I just put it in there. And then flax seeds. Right next to that I have my pasta and special rice. So Chaz sometimes likes these boil in a bag rice and quinoa packets. So that's why I have special rice, because those can't go in a clear container. And then I have things like orzo or just different pastas that we have left over. Right next to that we have oats and oatmeal. So Chaz has really been liking these instant packs, and then there are some steel cut oats in the back. This cereal container I got from TJ Maxx actually, and this one I had to purchase separately from the other ones because I wanted that pourer at the top to make it easy to pour my cereal in the morning. All right, the next shelf is kind of an easier to reach area. So these are the more common things that we use. So we have chips and popcorn. By the way, if you guys have not had Skinny Pop, it is the best. I love it. I also love the Smart Food white cheddar popcorn. That's also really good. Then we have snacks, and this is actually some mac and cheese that my brother left here. Some granola bars, goji berries, things like that, just any kind of snack foods that we have. Then we have nuts and nut butter. So we have some almond butter, we have some peanut butter in there, and then some mixed nuts. Right next to that we have bread, and I also have tortillas in here. But the bread that I've actually been really liking recently is the Ezekiel bread, so that has been in the refrigerator. Okay, and right below that we have our canned goods, which, like I said, they are very easy to access because of the Lazy Susans. I highly recommend that. And then our little sweets basket here. I definitely did not want to get a big basket for sweets because we have had that in the past when we had our foster daughter, and we had way too much Halloween candy and all kinds of things that we didn't need or that we didn't ever eat. So I definitely just wanted to keep it nice and small so that we don't get overloaded on that. Then down here I have some tea and vitamins. So we don't access that all that often, which is why I put those down here. The vitamins that I take daily, I just keep up on the counter. And then right next to that, I have crackers. So those are like my guilty pleasures. I love cheese and crackers. It's one of my favorite snacks. And then over here I have baking goods. So Chaz is actually going to be building a separate kind of outside pantry area over in the dining room, kind of like a hutch. So once he does that, I'll put the brown sugar, flour, and all of that kind of stuff. I'll actually put that in the outside pantry, probably in some glass jars to look really pretty. And then this will be saved for things like baking cups and sprinkles and cake mixes and things of that nature. But for now, that's what's in there. And then of course at the bottom we have the heaviest items. Chaz loves LaCroix, it's his favorite thing to drink. So we have LaCroix here, and oh, that's empty. Chief, come here. Chief, he loves these. Come here. Oh, you want that? Okay. Okay, you can have it. Daddy's done with it. Guess he's saving that for later. So we have that down there, and then this bin, I really didn't have anything to put in here, so I just put miscellaneous. Since we have so much family in the area, we actually have had a lot of people stay with us already, and you know, other people like to eat different things than what we like to eat. So when they have their special things here, like their different cereals or whatever, I am gonna use that. Chief, oh, there he goes. I'm gonna use this basket for that. I'm sorry about the noise, bad idea. So that is everything that we have in our pantry. And then I did want to show you where we keep our fruits and vegetables as well, if they are not in the refrigerator. So over here on the corner of our counter, we have potatoes and onions. We just keep them over here in this little, it's actually a fruit basket, I believe, but I just usually keep onions and garlic up top, and then potatoes and sweet potatoes on the bottom. And then over here on our kitchen island, we have this beautiful tray from Hobby Lobby, and this is where we keep all of our fruits so that they're easily accessible. This is what we go to and try to grab on to first before we open our pantry, because that will just promote healthier eating. So that is pretty much it for our pantry tour. So I hope you enjoyed my pantry tour. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, I wanted to share with you guys the label maker that I used in making the labels for my pantry. So this is the Brother P-Touch label maker. I believe I got it on sale for $25 at Office Depot or Office Max? Office Depot, yes. And I believe normally they are $35, but this one came with a sample tape, and it was plenty of tape to use for my pantry. And then I did label everything in my closet as well, which I can show you guys at another time if you're interested. Definitely leave a comment down below if you are interested in seeing that. But this is so handy. It is super easy to use. You basically just push the power button, type in what you want. I always hit preview first, and then you just print. And this little nifty thing up here is to cut the tape. And then basically you just peel off the backing and stick it on whatever you are labeling. Super easy to use. I will link this down below in case you are interested. If I can't find this exact one, I will definitely link something similar, but this is one of my new favorite toys. I still love my Silhouette Cameo, and I love labeling things with that as well. But if you are looking for a quick solution and super easy, if you're not maybe super creative or you just don't have the time or money to do all of that, this is a cheap, easy way to get organized. So I highly, highly recommend getting a label maker if you don't already have one. So anyway, like I said before, I know that our pantry is very small and we don't have a whole lot in there. I'm sure that will change once we have a little one of our own, because I know kids love their snacks. And then once a little one does come along, I mean, really at first, my plan is to make my own baby food. And so that way we won't have any jars or things like that stored in the pantry. So we'll just have to see. You guys will have to stay tuned, and maybe once we are farther down the road, we can give you guys an updated pantry tour. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please click that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!